Well, hey fans, welcome back to another Tribeca review, and today we're talking about Oh Hi. So, Oh Hi is a romantic black comedy directed by Sophie Brooks, starring Molly Gordon, Logan Lerman, Geraldine Viswanathan, and John Reynolds. And it follows this couple who are on a weekend vacation, and they're having a good time. Everything is going well. It looks like it is true love until the boyfriend, portrayed by Logan Lerman, admits that he's not as committed to a relationship as the girl thought. So I really did enjoy this movie. I enjoyed the portrayals of Iris and Isaac, played by Molly Gordon and Logan Lerman. I really did. Like when you're watching the beginning, when they're starting in the car and they're just going to this place, they stop at the strawberry stand, everything lets you know that this is a wonderful couple. They belong together, they get along, they laugh, they play, and everything just seems like it's going well. Like you are invested in this getaway that they're having. You're invested that they go for the long run. I applaud both actors for making the relationship seem very real, and for people who have been in those types of relationships, it just seems really believable. It really does seem like you're just kind of like a fly on the wall of a real life relationship, and I really did enjoy that. I enjoyed the build up to the turn, because if you saw the trailer shows you that eventually he gets chained up to the bed and she won't let him go until he realizes that she is the girl for him. And there are like subtle hints that she is not 100% there mentally. There's a story she tells about her first breakup and how afterwards she wanted to stab the guy, and he's like, "Oh, that's kind of a joke." Or she says, "No, I really wanted to stab him." So that you see his like subtle reaction to hearing that story, and that explains a little more about why he probably said what he said in the situation that he was in. And it all really did stem from a simple misunderstanding, although there is a lot of blame to put on Isaac's part as well. So like I said, I did enjoy that. And as a viewer, you think to yourself, like when Isaac, there's comes the second time in the movie where he's about to be set free and he still is acting kind of like a jerk to her. It's like, why not just say what she wants to hear so that you can leave? There's an honesty about Isaac that I really enjoyed. And when you get to Iris, there is a craziness about Iris that seemed real. I can't speak for everybody, but there are certain girls who you date who are not all the way there mentally. They're a little bit crazy. And the ones who are a little bit crazy are the most fun to date. Not necessarily the ones you want to marry, but they are pretty fun to date. And I think that she portrayed that aspect of a girl very well. But like the thing about it is she does not come off as like super crazy or super bad or evil like that. All of her gripes toward Isaac, they make sense. It definitely makes sense. Like she feels like she was duped. Like he made her fall in love with her. If he just wanted to sleep with her, they could have just, did stuff like that and not have a vacation, not do all this stuff that a boyfriend would do to a girl that he's just sleeping with on the side. Like there's so many issues, and you kind of find out about his backstory, like what happened with his parents that make him the way he is. I enjoyed that. The side characters, this is a very small budgeted film. One location mostly, there's a few other places, and 4 main characters. And Geraldine Viswanathan, I enjoyed her when she popped up. I actually heard when she was speaking Australian, I was like, oh, that's cool. She's playing an Australian character. That's great. Her accent is perfect. She's Australian. I did not know that. I first saw her in Blockers. I thought she was American. She was in Thunderbolts earlier this year. Like the fact that she's been doing an American accent this whole time blew me away. But I enjoyed her character. I enjoyed John Reynolds, who played her boyfriend. He was actually a really funny guy. He kind of reminded me of Marshall from How I Met Your Mother, the actor. I'm not sure the actor's name, but the character, that they kind of give off the same vibes. And he has a subtle comedic timing to him that he brought to the story once he came in. And I enjoyed that aspect as well. There is it's a little bit more than a cameo, but David Cross plays like a neighbor who, like, he's kind of like around and he says certain things to them that are weird, and she goes and borrows, an egg from him. There's some like very funny scenes with David Cross that if you're a fan of like Arrested Development, I think you'll enjoy his small scenes in the movie. Now, in addition to starring in it, Molly Gordon also co-wrote this film with Sophie Brooks, and I think that their writing is immaculate. It feels very real. They did a good job. The comedic rule of threes appears in this movie in essence with the title, Oh Hi. It is said 3 distinct times throughout this movie in 3 totally different situations, and I like that they put that in there. Not many people know about the comedic rules of threes in film and having a joke appear exactly that many times. But in terms of a score, I'm going to give Oh Hi a decent 7.8 out of 10. This is why studios need to embrace and continue to embrace making smaller films. I do miss watching these types of movies in the theaters, and like I said, we need more of these in addition to your big blockbusters. Like, I like when these sometimes big actors, sometimes smaller actors do these small projects that just feel real. It's a real small story and it's fun to watch. I thank you guys again for joining me for this movie review. Remember, you can find the full review on YouTube and the website, flipfrogllc.com/clickshaw. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. And please, pretty please, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.